Imagine a man who walked into more than 60 life-or-death duels, never once defeated, in a time when a single mistake meant death. Miyamoto Musashi wasn't just a swordsman. He was a master of discipline, strategy, and the human mind. But here's the twist. The rules he lived by had nothing to do with speed, strength, or even swordsmanship. They were laws of discipline, 7 core principles that shaped every decision he made, every move he executed, and every battle he survived. What's even more remarkable is that these laws are not bound to the past. They still work in 2025, in a world of constant distraction, pressure, and unpredictability. Most people chase motivation, shortcuts, or recognition, and they fail because they ignore these fundamental truths. Musashi's laws aren't easy. They are uncomfortable, demanding, and relentless. They teach patience when the world pushes urgency, clarity when emotions cloud judgment, and resilience when comfort lulls you into weakness. Tonight, we're going to uncover these 7 discipline laws, showing how a samurai from 400 years ago can give you an unbeatable mindset in modern life. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Musashi's victories were never accidental, and why applying even one of his principles today can transform the way you think, act, and endure challenges. These are not lessons to admire, they are lessons to live by, tested in the harshest environments imaginable, and they remain as powerful now as they were in feudal Japan. Lo one maste self-control. Miyamoto Musashi believed that mastery begins with mastery over oneself. He observed that most warriors lost not because of inferior technique, but because emotions, fear, anger, pride undermined their judgment. Self-control is the ability to act deliberately, regardless of internal or external pressures. Musashi trained to remain calm under extreme circumstances, whether facing a deadly duel or navigating the chaos of war. He did not wait for courage to appear. He cultivated it through practice and conscious restraint. In modern life, self-control is just as crucial. Whether you're negotiating in business, managing stress, or marking historic decisions, the ability to remain composed determines the outcome more than raw talent or intelligence. Musashi's teaching is clear. Discipline is not about bursts of motivation. It's about creating a mind that functions effectively, even when panic, temptation, or pressure arises. It requires awareness, patience, and daily practice. By controlling your reactions rather than being controlled by them, you become capable of consistent, strategic action, turning emotional volatility into a competitive advantage. Self-control is the foundation for all other discipline laws, because without it, clarity, patience, and adaptability crumble under pressure. Law 2. Detach from comfort. Musashi deliberately removed comfort from his life. He wandered long distances, slept in harsh conditions, and accepted hunger, fatigue, and exposure as normal. Most samurais sought stability, reputation, and recognition. But Musashi understood that comfort breeds weakness. Dependence on ease or routine dulls resilience and makes sudden challenges unbearable. Detachment from comfort is about voluntary hardship, training the mind and body to function under stress and uncertainty. In 2025, distractions, instant gratification, and over-reliance on technology create a form of modern comfort that weakens discipline. By intentionally stepping outside comfort zones through fasting, focused work, cold exposure, or disciplined study, you can develop endurance, patience, and mental toughness. Musashi's law teaches that resilience is not built in safe spaces. It is forged in discomfort. Those who embrace this principle can face pressure without panic, uncertainty without fear, and challenge without hesitation. Detachment from comfort is not masochism. It is preparation. It creates a psychological buffer against life's inevitable hardships and allows you to operate at a higher level than those who cling to ease, predictability, and validation. Law 3. Patience and timing. Musashi's third law emphasizes timing over impulsive action. Many warriors believed speed alone guarantees victory, but Musashi observed that acting too early or too late leads to defeat. Patience allows you to wait for the optimal moment, to respond rather than react. In battle, he would delay movement until the opportunity presented itself, forcing opponents to make mistakes while he remained calm. Timing is not passive. It is active observation, calculation, and readiness. Modern life offers endless distractions and pressures that push us toward rash decisions whether in career moves, investments, or personal choices. Applying Musashi's law means developing the ability to pause, assess, and act decisively at the exact right moment. It requires trust in your judgment and restraint in the face of external pressure. By mastering patience and timing, you gain a disproportionate advantage over those who rush, react emotionally, or seek instant results. Musashi's victories were often determined before the duel even began, because he understood when to strike and when to wait. Timing, combined with patience, transforms calculated inaction into a weapon, allowing you to conserve energy, avoid errors, and exploit opportunities as they arise. Law 4. Observe reality, clearly seeing the world as it truly is, without distortion from ego, hope, or fear, was central to Musashi's philosophy. Most people perceive situations filtered through desire or expectation, which clouds judgment and creates mistakes. Musashi trained himself to observe objectively, to recognize both threat and opportunity without bias. In battle, this meant reading opponents' weaknesses, predicting actions, and adjusting strategies. In modern life, clear observation helps you make better decisions, avoid deception, and respond effectively to challenges. Cognitive bias, social pressure, and misinformation distort perception. But Musashi's law teaches that disciplined clarity under pressure leads to decisive advantage. Clear observation is uncomfortable because it requires confronting inconvenient truths and ignoring wishful thinking. Yet this discomfort is necessary. By cultivating the ability to see reality unfiltered, you prevent errors born from ego or fear, allowing rational action, even when the stakes are high. Discipline and perception ensures that every decision is grounded in truth, not illusion, creating a foundation for mastery in any domain. Law 5. Embrace daily discipline. Musashi's discipline was not reserved for combat. It was embedded in every day of his life. He intentionally sought hardship, practiced vigilance, and followed routines that reinforced resilience. Daily discipline transforms ordinary actions into preparation for extraordinary circumstances. In 2025, people often seek rapid results or external validation, neglecting the power of consistent, incremental practice. Musashi's law reminds us that mastery is built over time through small, repeated actions, training the mind to endure discomfort, sharpen focus, and strengthen resolve. This could be morning rituals, deliberate study, physical conditioning, or mindful reflection. The key is consistency and commitment to improvement, regardless of immediate reward. By embracing daily discipline, you cultivate habits that compound into unshakable resilience and effectiveness, preparing you for challenges before they arise. Musashi shows that ordinary days, approached with discipline, become the foundation for extraordinary performance. Law 6. Adaptability over rigidity. Musashi rejected rigid adherence to rules or schools, understanding that circumstances constantly change. Adaptability is the ability to pivot, adjust, and respond effectively to new information, challenges, or unexpected obstacles. A rigid mind is predictable and vulnerable. An adaptable mind turns uncertainty into opportunity. In modern life, adaptability allows you to navigate changing technology, competitive markets, and evolving social dynamics. Musashi's law teaches that discipline is not inflexibility. It is readiness to modify approach while maintaining core principles. Being adaptable does not mean compromising standards. It means applying them intelligently in dynamic situations. Those who master adaptability thrive where others fail, because they are prepared to respond rather than react, to innovate rather than follow, and to remain effective even when the environment shifts unpredictably. Flexibility, combined with grounded principles, creates strategic advantage that is nearly impossible to counter. Law 7. Focus on mastery, not recognition. Musashi valued growth over applause. Recognition, fame, and external validation are fleeting and unreliable. Mastery is enduring. By focusing on skill, self-control, and understanding rather than how others perceive you, Musashi cultivated a level of competence that could not be challenged. In 2025, people are constantly distracted by social approval, likes, and comparisons, which dilute effort and focus. Musashi's law teaches that internal growth, continuous learning, refinement, and self-improvement is the ultimate form of discipline. This mindset fosters resilience, deep competence, and independence from external pressure. By prioritizing mastery over recognition, you ensure that your abilities remain intact, regardless of circumstances, criticism, or praise. Integration. How these laws work together, each of Musashi's laws reinforces the others. Self-control allows patience. Detachment from comfort strengthens resilience. Clear observation enhances adaptability. Daily discipline cultivates mastery. Together, they form a holistic system for life, not just combat. Applying these laws in combination creates a mind capable of navigating uncertainty, enduring hardship, and making strategic decisions in any context. In modern life, the challenges may not involve swords, but they require the same qualities: focus, resilience, clarity, patience, and adaptability. Those who apply Musashi's 7 discipline laws consistently gain an invisible edge over the untrained, achieving mastery over themselves and, by extension, over circumstances that overwhelm others. In essence, these laws are timeless, tested in life-forward theals, yet fully applicable to surviving and thriving in the complexities of 2025. Miyamoto Musashi's 7 disciplined laws wherein teach us rules for surviving duelse, were a blueprint for mastering the mind, the body, and life itself. They teach us that true strength doesn't come from speed, skill, or recognition, but from self-control, patience, clarity, and resilience cultivated every single day. In a world full of distractions, instant gratification, and unpredictability, these laws remain as relevant now as they were 400 years ago. Applying even one of them can transform the way you face challenges, make decisions, and endure pressure. Following all 7 consistently creates a mindset that is virtually untouchable, just as Musashi himself proved time and again. The sword may be gone, but the discipline that made him unstoppable lives on end. It can make you unstoppable too. The question is, will you merely admire these laws, or will you live by them and master yourself in a way few ever dare?